racing can get pretty complicated, can't it? Especially around the marks and the start, and of course, upwind crossing maneuvers. And then when you throw in some of those more arcane racing rules, well, I don't know about you, but it certainly makes my head start to hurt. That's why I've always loved those little model sailboats. You can stick on a magnetic whiteboard, you can move them around. They're perfect for plotting out starts and mark roundings and working through those tricky rules scenarios. Anybody who knows me and knows my sailing knows I love that. And of course, one day soon, those perfect whiteboard maneuvers will actually happen for me on the water. One day, hopefully. Anyway, that's why I'm so intrigued to hear from a young sailor from New England, Odey Hariri, who's gone and created a digital version of that whiteboard for all of us, and it's terrific. Odey is 23 years old. He's originally from North Kingstown, Rhode Island, and he now lives in the fair city of Boston. He grew up sailing for 20s. He graduated from Purdue University and competed in the Midwest Collegiate Sailing Association while he was there. He works as a mechanical engineer, and he has created SailTalks. Odey, hello.
Hey, Pete, thanks for the intro.
Yeah, pleasure. It's great to have you. So how did this all start?
Yeah, so like you said, I went to Purdue and I was sailing there, and all the coaching was student-led. And during my junior year, I became a coach for our team. And I noticed that on the whiteboard, it was kind of difficult to be organized and come prepared. And I wanted to make a tool that I could bring and have kind of a virtual whiteboard so that could also just be collaborative and people could access it. So that's when I started building it and using it with my team.
It's built on the web, right? It's a web application.
It's a web application that can be accessed on desktop or mobile. You can easily log in and then start making your own lessons and save them to the database.
First of all, you used it with your friends, and then you expanded it to offer it to all sailors.
So it started off just being used on my Purdue sailing team, and I'd pull it up on my big projector screen for everyone to see and also teach virtually sometimes. And then I realized that I've probably had hundreds of Chalk Talks lessons that have never been saved before and just erased as soon as you left the whiteboard. So I thought it'd be useful for other teams. And that's when I started building it even further and sharing it with other people and other college sailing teams.
So show us how it works. For those watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see it quite easily. And for those of you listening on a podcast, we'll have to sort of talk through it. But basically, it looks like as you talk about, it's a virtual whiteboard, right? I mean, It's a whiteboard on a web application that just looks exactly like the physical thing.
Exactly. So when you're first get access to it, it's just a blank whiteboard. And on the left side of the screen, there's a toolbar where you can add boats, add marks, and things like that. So just by clicking the add boat, a boat will pop up on the whiteboard. And the basic functionality
I see it.
And the basic functionality is being able to drag and drop these boats just by using a left click or touch, and by just dragging it with the click and hold. And you're also able to rotate these boats with this little rotate circle that appears underneath the boat, and you can just drag that and rotate boats pretty quickly.
Yeah, really easy. When you showed me this a couple of days ago, I love the fact that the sail then starts to match the direction of the wind.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah. So
Yeah,
really
exactly.
easy. You can add as many boats as you want, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So just by using the toolbar again, I'm able to add another boat, bring it in, drag it around. And this is where you can start, making your diagrams and building anything you want to showcase to the people around you. So another big feature is being able to make an animation to show actual movement. Instead of moving your hands or using those magnetic boards and pushing them manually, you're able to show frames. So to do this, all you have to do is double click or double touch a boat and it will make a second frame. So now a second boat frame is created and a line is connecting those two boats, trying to showing movement. And it's the same process. You can drag and drop that second boat. And if you want to make a third, you just double click again.
This is where it really starts to look like the pages from a rules book, right? Where you show the different stages of a boat's journey through the water, except that it's animated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was really easy to create. And now if you would like to play this animation, you can use the bottom scrub bar where there's a play button, and you can just click it and it will just play through the animation.
So
Moving on the
for those
screen.
listening, basically
Yeah,
you can play that maneuver like a video, and it'll show the boats moving. That's brilliant.
yeah. And like any other whiteboard, you can draw, and there's also a bunch of other functionality like in the extra tools bar where you can, insert text bubbles, type a bunch of different features that you might want to like use if you're showcasing something. And kind of useful if you wanted to bring it to like a lesson. You can have all these different boats being shown and then an explanation text bubble kind of so you're organized. And then, once you're done with one point, you can, just drag to the other.
So and it'll show starts and marks, and can you also sort of draw in coastline and that sort of thing if you wanted to?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If you wanted to draw, you can use the draw feature, and there's like a straight
Like a
line, and
headland or something, or
yeah, exactly.
yeah. Yeah, it's brilliant.
So you can also add images as a background layout, so you can show a map behind the boats if you wanted to get geographical locations on the whiteboard.
So my brain's already racing around how you could use this. So as a skipper, I could see you going through with the crew in real time. Hey, remember that last mark when we should have gone left rather than right? Here's why we didn't. Here's what was happening. We had this other boat coming in at this angle, another one at that angle. I felt we were too close to that. Can you do this in a collaborative way that could then somebody else say, well, okay, let me show you what I think we should have done, and they could draw something on it from their point of view too? Is it something
Yeah.
that you can collaborate online with?
Yeah, yeah. So there's also a collab feature. So if you select this top right button, it will send you into a collaborative whiteboard. And basically, it would give
Yeah.
its own personal collab link. So, like a Google Doc, it's a live document. And if multiple people join this link, you can move boats around and everyone sees the same thing going on. So, you can really collaborate virtually, but also, like, even in a classroom setting, like, your students could just hop on their phone and just join the link and move a boat around. It's easy for them to demonstrate what they're thinking in their head.
Yeah, I love it. As we talked before, I would love to use it, like a couple of days before a regatta, just to go through the team. Hey, look, here's I'm thinking about the start. We're going to go here at 3 minutes. We're going to go 1.5 minutes below the one of the marks, and then come up on ports and do our final
Yeah, yeah.
approach at this point here. It would be great to be able to sort of show that visually, so everybody's on the on the same page in terms of, oh, I get what we're going to try and do here, and then here's the scenarios that can happen. We may get squeezed out. We're going to come down here. For me, I'm very much a visual learner, so it would be really, really useful because
Yeah.
in real time, I would try and draw this on the deck of a boat between starts. It wasn't great, and not everybody could see it. So I
Mhm.
love it.
Yeah.
And then what about for coaches, right? You could record these, right? So a coach could record almost like lessons, and is that how it could be done as well?
Yeah, yeah. So coaches could, either make while making their diagram, they can record their screen and then share it to people, or they could, do actual virtual coaching. So over like a Zoom or Google Meets, you could have your students join, and now you have a virtual whiteboard where you can drag in boats and everyone can see your screen. And you can even like save these diagrams that you're making and share them. So the saving process is straightforward, as you just click save and you're prompted with a name category. Um, and then in the top right as well, there's a SailTalks button where it shows like your directory of all your SailTalks, and you can load them, edit them again, save them, make changes. Um, and I'll just show
Wow.
this
Yeah.
show this example, so you can like just easily pop it up, by clicking the load button on your lesson, and you now have a new, you can have this diagram set up. So when you're, having this virtual coaching, you can just pull up several lessons that you want to refer back to. And if you ever want your students to get access to it, you can even click share and you'll have a share link that they can use to just copy and pull up on their web browser and just paste it in. And now they're seeing, or they can access the same whiteboard that you just created.
Yeah, and the screen you've got right now is the leeward mark pinwheel, right? With green, red, yellow, and blue boats going around the mark with some notes against that. And yeah, it's great.
So another use case is the protest room. So you could draw your diagram or your protest scenario and then enter the protest room and show these to your judges, or even the judges could use this for themselves and show everyone on like their own laptop or iPad. And another thing that could be in the future is, virtual protest rooms is just completely done through SailTalks, and, everyone's on a collaborative whiteboard and you can see what they're talking about and you can interact live.
That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it, to have like battling scenarios in a protest room? But that's a really interesting idea because you're trying to get people to visualize what you think happened. And therefore, if you've got something like this where you've already got a scenario to say that you've already saved, look, play this. This is what I think happened. I bet that really strengthens your case, right? Because people suddenly visualize things from your point of view. So, yeah, it could be a little bit of a secret weapon for you in the protest room.
Yeah, you don't have to like back yourself up with an explanation. It's just there, drawn out, and they can play it.
And also, when something is visualized like that, it makes it seem real.
Yeah.
Give it your story more credibility. So, wow, very clever.
That's right.
And the other thing you were talking about was that you can have it on your phone, and so you can have it on the boat during a regatta, right? You can start to map it out.
Yeah.
Much better than my trying to draw things on a wet wet deck. And then you could share it around your crew, right? Take a look. This is what we're trying to get done.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's same thing on mobile. Currently, it's not an app, but you can still access it on your browser, Safari or Google Chrome on your phone, and just pull up SailTalks and be able to draw stuff. Like all the features are the same. You just use your finger instead.
So let's talk through how people can access this. I know there's like a premium version, there's a free version, and just so listeners know, this is not a sponsored or paid a paid spot by Odey and SailTalks. I'm really intrigued by it, so it's just for information only, sort of thing.
So SailTalks is mostly free. All these features that I've showed you are free besides the collaborative whiteboard. If you wanted to just start a collaborative whiteboard, you'd have to upgrade to the premium version. And the free version, you're also able to save up to 3 SailTalks to your database. And if you would want to save more, you'd have to upgrade to premium.
How much is the premium?
Yeah, so that's a monthly or a yearly. The monthly is $5 and the yearly is $40.
Yeah, so it's very cheap. So there's also a special for SailFaster listeners, right?
Yeah. If you would like to subscribe to premium, I made a promo code to get 50% off on your first month or first year subscription. It's SailFaster, all caps. You'll get 50% off, so $20 for the year if you like.
Brilliant. I'm certainly going to subscribe. So how does somebody find out more?
Yeah, so if you would like to access it, all you have to do is go to SailTalks.com. There's a bunch of information on that on our website and also on our YouTube channel, SailTalks. There's some tutorials and some features. But yeah, the best, you just get started by going to SailTalks.com and running through the quick tutorial on the startup page.
So that's SailTalks.com, SailTalks.com. Easy. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Odey. Great to meet you. Good luck with everything. And what a really useful tool. Thanks for coming on to SailFaster and sharing it with everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Pete, for having me. Give SailTalks a try. Thank you.